Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Life Makeover set review. Today we're having a look at the latest 6-star has announced for the CN server, which means that we're probably going to be getting this one too. I saw like a glimpse, I saw something of like a doll theme and it looks so good. So without further ado, let's get into the reveal trailer first. No, last time they had English.
不，我是为你点亮心愿的引路人。
No, I don't know the plot. We're gonna have to read it later.
通往梦境的马车正在为你停住。
It's blue? And she's blonde? And she's a doll? Oh, stop it. Alright. The hair is really good. Let me think about that for a minute. It very much reminds me of, is it Rhapsody from Nikki? The hair is huge. I don't know what the plot is, but it's a lot more lighthearted than the usual, the usual storylines. Ooh, maybe the doll's the handheld, and then the carriage is the background piece. Alright, so I don't know what the plot is, but it seems pretty lighthearted, which I kind of like dig this time around. Wow. Okay, that was the trailer. What's our first impressions here? I like it, but I'm not the biggest fan of ringlet curls, and they're very big. I love the bangs though so far, and I really like the carriage. And then the dress, I feel like it's a little bit too covered maybe for me, but we gotta see some close-ups here first. So the description reads basically saying that it's just a fantasy story, always waiting for one protagonist until one night a sweet dream issued a silent invitation. The dream gentle flapped its wings bearing its gilded invitation. Starlets adorned and pumpkin flowed like vines surrounding the figures of the night. So maybe it's kind of like a Cinderella fairy tale type story. The magic never fades because the true fairy tale never ends. I like that. That's a really cute quote actually. So I think it's just simple. Well, not the outfit is not, but the storyline is. So let me see, because I see we got a lot of dual form things coming up here. Alright, starting off strong with the dual form dance dress. This ultra luxurious French robe a la Francois style dress that offers a gorgeous, dreamy, elegant, refined look. Heavy engineered, features 23 dye areas and giving partners endless creative freedom. I don't know what the dual form is. Maybe there's like a short version. We're gonna have to see because this dress is pretty covered here. There's a lot of layers, like a lot. Like we got the tulle, we got like 100 pieces of fabric. This dress looks like it weighs like at least like 60 kilos. That is amazing. I love it. The pearls here too, and I love that every piece of fabric has their own just pattern on it, but it all matches very well. And at the bottom here we got some crystals, we got some layers here on the side and more straight down on the front with the roses. Then the waistline is pretty snatched, but I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the top part. I think that's what it is. I really like the skirt, I really like all of this whole situation, but the top of the here is the ruffles with the kind of V style, and then the lacing that kind of goes high up on her neck to keep her covered. And then the sleeves are pretty dramatic with a flare out here and then the puff here. I think it's a bit too much for me. Maybe that's what it is. And then here in the back we have the 3-form pumpkin carriage. Transforms into 3 forms of metal with or without veil and crystal. And it can transform into a chariot taking off and galloping across the home. Interesting. Sounds fun. So we got the crystals, no crystals, pretty versatile item. I'm very excited to see this because I love how much effort they've been putting in the background pieces. But for me, it's always been mixed in these kind of fashion games because I noticed that the longer a game goes on, the bigger they go in the background pieces because they feel like they have to do more. And for me, it sometimes takes away from the outfit, but this time, I don't know, I feel like it matches. We got the whole fairy tale story going on, and she doesn't have any wings. I mean, she got very big hair, but she doesn't have any wings or something like that, so it does kind of fill up the whole picture in the back, so I don't mind it too much, and I do like that there's 3 forms. There is dual form standing poses, including an elegant sitting pose, specifically for enormous bustle, ensuring indignified in any setting. So I guess she has like a regular fancy pose and then one pose that I think would match with the background piece, which makes sense. And then we have a detachable bow in the back, which is in the tail category. I can't really see it, so maybe in another picture, but I can see it vaguely here in the back. And the curls have the opulent, open look, embodying the courtly elegance of Rococo fashion. So I see that as well. I don't know, man. I don't think I like it. They're so like big. Maybe I would have liked it better if it were like a ton of small ones. I think that's what it is. But I do like that, of course, we got a little gradient in there. And it's a bit of a different gradient in each ringlet, so it doesn't look very like copy-paste, because that would look like a bit like a tentacle hair. But it does kind of have that vibe for me a little bit. If you look from afar, like it's just hair. I don't know, man. Stunning entrance for animation. In the fairy tale transforms, the skirt transforms into simple to opulent, and the character circulates and the carriage arrives in a dreamlike brimming ritual. So I think that's the animation that plays if you have the whole set. So the set is inspired by classical 18th century European Rococo fashion, as you can imagine, in combination with a tribute to fairy tales, which I think they have done a very good job of. Explaining the back neckline, the trill in the back, that it's all inspired by the Rococo era. And they're kind of going over every effort that they put into the dress and how much work it actually was. And they have over 31 different types of lace embroidery, which you can really tell at the bottom of the skirt. So I do really appreciate that. They talk a bit about making sure that it doesn't look wonky and the performance and graphics for every device, but I guess we'll have to see that in game. Also confirming that the doll is a handheld item. And they have like a little snot bubble breathing animation, or make it look like the doll is breathing, which is interesting. And I kind of go over the other details we just covered here, so not too much about like an actual like storyline of like, oh, she goes through cycles of this and this. It's just kind of what it's inspired by. But you know what, it's not too crazy, but it is well executed, very well executed, if I do say so myself. So now let's actually have a better close-up at the other pictures we have here. So here is the carriage. So from my understanding, we can also sit in the carriage, but it looked like in the video as well that she'll be sitting in the center rather than on the front where the guy would sit. I really like the design. It's not too crazy, but it is very elegant, and I love the Rococo design as well in the wheel and all of the vines going around and like the little bits of flowers, and then the sparkly butterfly on the top. I really like it. Like this could be a perfume bottle. Like I really fancy that. Here we have a purple version. I don't like this. The one collar thing is very heavy, right? Because the neck piece goes all the way up. We have the sleeves all the way down. We have the dress all the way down with, again, the 31 layers of lace. It's all one color, so it's kind of hard to tell, but I see some bows here. I don't see really well the bow in the back, which I talked about. I see here we have like a bracelet with the wrapping and then a detail on her hand. Glowing Life Makeover, maybe these two are separate. We got the bonnet. Is that what you call it? I'm gonna call it a bonnet. The hat. Has the lacing, very traditional as well, and you can see the bangs very well here too, and I really like the bangs. I think that's my favorite part of the hair. And again, with the small ringlets, I just wish that was all the way around here. And maybe these flowers on the front of their head are going to be separate too. I'm just going to call it, because I don't know if she's wearing a necklace or earrings either. And we got a rank of that, what is it, 14 item piece, so we shall see. Oh, here's a mint one with kind of like a brown hair. Oh wow, okay, so we can see here she's wearing rings, which is kind of wrapped around her finger. And then another one with a little bit of gem stuff. And you know what? I really like the rings. I like the design. I don't like that it's on her pinky. I'm gonna be picky about that. And the bracelet is really nice. The gloves, I really like these. I really like the fabric that the green stuff has. But again, no earrings. Oh, maybe this is the necklace. It's just kind of like a Rococo mumble jumble here in the middle. Also, because the bow is kind of covering it, it's kind of hard to tell. Yeah, a lot of floral design I mean, it's very traditional European Rococo style, so that's just what you're going to be expecting. I don't think they're going to be throwing an extra twist besides just the fairy tale story. Then here we have, oh, this has a cool filter on it, but it's kind of hard to tell what it looks like. Lacing on the inside as well. And here we have a red version, so here we can finally see the doll that comes with it. It's kind of got a big head, but it's cute that it matches. I have a few doll-like, or even the mummy girl as a background floating handheld, and it is kind of cute, but my experience you don't really use too often. But if you can dye the doll's dress, because here it's also red just like her dress is, I think that is cute. So you can do like a little matchy thing. And then also what I like here is that you can see the top panel of the dress having a mesh layer on top of the already lacing. So if you choose, what they did here is choose the darker color for the top, that the red kind of has a different depth to it, which is a nice touch, And then the bow here on the front, again, I don't think there's many other bows I've seen besides on their neck piece, and then I guess the tail that comes with it, which I thought very interesting because they do mention the word Lolita a couple of times, so you do think they're gonna do extra frills or extra pearls, but they toned it a little bit down on that, but maybe because there's so many influences of fairy tales and Rococo fashion and European or traditional clothing, and then also Lolita, like you gotta even it out, and I guess the Lolita comes more back into the hair, I would say. So that's my thoughts on that. Oh, the gloves are so cute. I really like it, with kind of like the hand tattoo almost to it. And then here again you see the doll dyed as well. Here another one in red, and here a one in black, so if you like the gothic one, because I think also for this one maybe the double 5-star will be more Halloween-y. I feel like this does kind of like go in Halloween territory. I mean, if you look at these color versions, right? But last year we had I really like those. Oof. Rent-free in my head. The one with the leopard, and then that also Lolita style dress, so maybe this is what that is supposed to be. Alright, now we have another trailer. Might be the 3 forms. But normally you only get this animation when you complete it, so that's not gonna be for the most of us. Man, the hair does look like tentacles. Yeah. I'm not a fan of the hair, but the little doll is cute. I like how the hair looks on the doll. Alright, here's the carriage. I hope we get a peek of the dual form for the dress, because to me that's not really clear. Oh, you can see the bow in the back a lot better. It is very fairy tale, but I think the carriage is doing most of the carrying on that. I think without the carriage I would have that less of a feel. Oh, okay, here we have it. Okay, thank you for answering my question. So there's one mode like this, which I think I prefer that. So take note of the side panel here with just the ruffles, and then in the other form, it has all of the extra shebang on there. Oh, even the, wait, I think even the arm sleeves get longer, and in the middle, you get a little bit more to it. Ooh, okay, I like the original more, the other version. Wasn't that last time too with the 6-star? I preferred it without all of the shiz and the shaz on it. I just preferred it without. Okay, so that's the dual mode. It's hard to tell the bow on the back. I don't think it looks too crazy. I think it's a big bow, but I don't think it has much of the bedazzling on it. I don't know. It says something here, but I can't tell. Oh, this is the bow in the back. Oh, so it does have that like kind of bouquet style on it with the pearls and then the bow, and then kind of like the, I think this with the small bows on it is part of that bow, which it does make fun styling with other sets. Keep that in mind, all right? Ooh, the back of the dress, gorgeous. And it has a pumpkin in there. Ah, that's a nice touch. Look at that. That's in the fairy tale style, right? I don't think I like the bouquet on there. I love the side of the bow with the lacing here, and I love the fabric, but I don't like this situation. But it does not look nice on the gothic version. Ooh, I like that color scheme too. There may be changes in the carriage, but it's so hard to tell because of the color changes too. But there's gotta be a different version of the carriage in there somewhere. Oh, the necklace is kind of pretty. Okay, it was the hat that was covering it for me. Okay, I don't know if you can tell, but the top here is a carriage in her necklace. Pretty. It's pretty. And then I also really like the gems here at the bottom. I wish we could see the shoes. Oh, this is a small little doll. Oh yeah, it came with different phases. So this is the one sleeping with the little snot bubble. And then the one my head is covering is just with her with their eyes closed. And this one is with her eyes open. Ooh, I like those. They're so tacky. What do you mean? You got lace curtains at the bottom of your shoe. I love the bow in the back. Oh, and these socks too. With the little bows on there. Fuck. Ooh, I thought I didn't like it, but there's like a lot of good parts to this set. And I don't even think it's the dress. These shoes are gorgeous. I genuinely, I'm confused. Why do I like these? Damn, okay. And this is the carriage. Okay, so we have with the draping on it. There's one without the draping. Without, it looks so good as well. What? And then this is the crystal version. So all of the wheels and the embellishments are crystallized. That's crazy work. Again, I think I prefer the other versions for the thing, the car. And that's the pose with the doll. I need to see the set with different hair. I think that's what it is. The hair always makes or breaks the set, right? That was really fun to look at. I'm surprised because initially I was kind of like meh on it, but looking at all of these individual items, like even the necklace, the gloves, the shoes, the socks, like in what world do I like all of those? Like what's going on? So that was our 6-star. Now let's have a look at the 5-star. With this set being inspired by traditional Eastern clothing instead of European. There are some explanations to this, so I'm gonna have a look at that after. But ooh, I like the front of that dress. I feel like the wings will be attached though. If not, then instant pull, no? Same as with the hair butterfly. And she got the pigtails going on. I feel like those are kind of bland though. Ooh, long sleeves. See, earrings, no necklace. Again, with the sparkle on items. I complained about it last time. I feel like it's not too bad on this one, but I do notice it again on the hairpiece. And I think maybe the wing? You kind of see like a glowing sparkle coming off. I don't know if you can tell, but you can also see like the petal thingies. Oh, that is the necklace. Never mind with the butterfly. Again, that looks so nice. Alright, I do see socks and then kind of traditional shoes with a small heel and a butterfly on the back. Or is it a moth? Yeah, look at the butterfly here on the side. Don't love the shoes. I do like the socks though. I like the kind of squiggly rim to it. Alright. So this set is inspired by butterflies. After all, the Chinese knot twirling on fingertips symbolizes unity. The kite, freed from its constraints, soars through the sky, symbolizing the yearning for freedom. And the butterfly emerging from its cocoon symbolizes rebirth. So it's freedom, rebirth, and trying again, I suppose. So they try to combine the words butterfly, knot, and kite in a version of new Chinese style. The elegance of the dress is portrayed in the shape, so having the long A-lines, as they call it, classically elegant horse face skirt, which is a new term to me, but horse face skirt. The long dramatic sleeves are inspired by the green banded swallowtail butterfly, which I think is really cool because the dress is also green. I'm dying to see. This is the butterfly that has inspired it, and I like this butterfly. and I think is really, really cool. I love that they like over explain these kind of things. Like they tell me exactly those kind of things, and I can see it, right? We see it in the color scheme, and then also I think in the back of the wings we can definitely tell that it has that same color scheme, and it's so cool. The butterfly sleeves is not only as a design choice, we separated the flowing butterfly sleeve into separate outer layers. So if I'm understanding correctly, all right, I think this is a jacket. So I think this green part where it closes off, I think that makes it a jacket. Because you can see the white part here, which again, I love that they are thinking ahead for us. They really want us to be creative, and I appreciate that. They try to add an Easter eggs of butterflies in every piece of the items, in the cutouts, in the chest, embroidery, over like everywhere are kind of hidden butterflies. The hairpiece is where the Chinese nod in cultural heritage comes back in, stating that the strands of silk, like bound thoughts, ultimately coalesce within the hair, forming a timeless, beautiful prayer. And I do believe that the wings are separate because they say that the kite part is resembled in the back piece. It symbolizes the desire to fly, but beautifully bound by every single piece of threads, and having the lightness of the fabric showcased by double layer design of hollowing and tulle, ensuring that both structural stability and aesthetics while creating dreamlike translucent quality in the wind. So I hope that gives a little bit more of a backstory to this outfit. So let's see how many butterfly Easter eggs we can find. I really like the blue version, go figure, of the necklace that we saw with the butterfly. So you can see that on the front, the butterfly earrings, the hairpiece, the long hair. Wait, the hair's longer here. Does the hair have dual mode? Did they say that? I don't see them mentioning that. I thought in the trailer it had short hair. Anyway, here we can see the back piece. So again, I do think this is separate. It's gonna make some really good good outfits with that. I really want these wings as well. Oh, I might have to fall for this, man. And here a blue version with the sleeves. You can see also a gradient and the butterflies again on the design here. So depending on how you dye it, I think you're gonna have this way more noticeable or not. Earrings are okay. I really like the hairpiece as well, and the bangs are very straight cut. Here we have another color version where you can see the gradient in the sleeves, and the inside of the sleeves also being dyed. So again, it has a lot of potential here. I would love to see the dress without the jacket on to see kind of what that looks like. Maybe, you know. So that was our 5-star. Now let's have a look at our 4-star. It is a really good one. It's a good one. Finally, we've had some misses. But this 4-star is actually so cute. Okay, we got a little, I want to say, clubbing outfit, going out outfit. You also see in the background that she is going out. But we have a big fuzzy coat with little bits of, I want to say, caterpillar design almost, with different kinds of fabrics in between. We got some sparkly buttons. She's wearing a short black dress with a sparkly belt, and then this is interesting. I think this is all connected to the dress. I mean, it's only a 4-star, so she has kind of a turtleneck, but then the rest is all mesh, so I would assume that's maybe all the way down on her arms. I see a pair of earrings, very small, a beret. I think the hair is not going to be included because they don't always include hairs in the 4-stars, and I think this looks like default hair. So we got a beret with some studs on there and a little bit of a designing on the what do you even call that? The front part of the hat. And then the socks are really, really cute. They're not crazy, okay, but again, 4-star. Dark mesh, and then with the ribbons attached with the crisscrossing. I feel like I'm gonna be using these quite a bit. I think this is definitely worth pulling for. And then some cute black heel shoes with studs on there and a few chains, and this chain even has a little heart on it. Nothing too crazy, but it's better than combat boots because we get those a lot. I have a lot of combat boots, but I don't think I have much of this. Okay, at this point I have a lot, but I don't think I have much of this. I really like this 4-star. I think this is definitely one that also comes together, because my biggest complaint with the last few is like threw stuff together and just be like, oh, that's their outfit, by the way. And I know you're not wearing the whole set as one thing in one go, but it just kind of annoyed me. And this actually looks like there's something going on. So kudos to them for that one. Now let's have a look at our ally card. Is this an Ashley card? I think it's an Ashley card. What? That has been a while since we last got one. She only has like 4 anyway. That's crazy. Okay, so this is Ashley, and this is Ashley number 2. Is it not Ashley? Only like on level 20, chapter like 25 or something like that. Ooh, I like this art though.
我的苍生，唯有你。
She doesn't look like Ashley. Does she?
你不是姐，是我最大的幸运。
Ooh, the art is good for the SSR. Alright, I went to confirm this is Ashley. I just feel like it doesn't look like her. Or maybe I just haven't seen her in so long. Could be that too. I thought her hair was more blue anyway. I guess here, maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. It is, I really like this one. It looks very nice. So, Ashley stands. Are we out there? I hope you like this one. Of course, also we have our 3 Decom items, and of course also because it is a 6-star, there will be a Decom background as well, but we don't know what that looks like until we see it in game. The first item here is a handheld. It is a megaphone. Is that the name? That's what you call it in Dutch. A megaphone. It's more like a camera. What is this? It has like electric, like there's music coming out of it. It looks like there's a camera on the side and a dial, and then she holds it with a stick. It's kind of simple. But the inside kind of has a crusty chipping on there. And then I can see the Savannah logo probably on the stem here. What are you gonna do with this? I don't know. You tell me. Alright, maybe you can dye it some funky colors. I do like this set here with the styling, but that's besides the point. Then we have... Oh, okay, what in the Slytherin is this? Okay. Ooh, that is really cute. Ooh, the scarf. Oh, they knew how they styled it. Says Vanna here too. Oh, what? Oh, I really like that. Okay, I'm not much of a Potterhead anymore these days, but if I see like an Easter egg like this in the wild, I can't resist for it. Oh, that is adorable. Okay, so yeah, it's like a big cozy scarf in green, but obviously you can make it whatever red or blue or dare I say yellow color. Oh, so cute. Okay, and then our third item is this gorgeous 5-star dress. Okay, you can see it here at the bottom first. Very open slit. We got some jewels. We got a gradient. Nothing too crazy, but very, very pretty. And then the top is kind of like a waterfall style. I would assume that it's like sleeveless, right? Or without straps. Strapless. That's what it is. But she is wearing the is this from some 5-star, the one with the big hat, I think. That's the gold part, so it's kind of hard to tell where this ends, but this is the back here. It's not part of it, it's just the waistband that's gold. And it kind of has the fanning on the top on one side. Wow, okay, and then the slit you can kind of not really tell, and the flowers here kind of cover it too, so it's kind of hard to see what is what, but the dress is a little bit more simple than they dressed it out to be. But I think it's styled very well how they showcased it here, and I like the colors. Design here is very, very pretty. Final thoughts, I think, I haven't pulled currently for the double 5-star because I was ill, and I was gonna wait until the reveal to see anyway, but I think I'm only gonna do a couple pulls on the current banner, I think. And I think I want to do more pulls on this one because there's so many specific items that I think are so pretty on this set. For both the 4-star, the 5-star, and for the 6-star. So I think it's in my best interest to be pulling on these so I can get the most things that I actually really like. I would love to hear what you think of this. Stay tuned, I guess, for my pull video whenever that drops. Well, the same as for I still have my 15 free tickets for the double 5-stars. I think maybe we can do like a cute little 20 pulls there and see what we can get. But this surprised me, really. I think it's the hair that I have to kind of do without. And the other version of the dress I definitely preferred more without the flowers here. I think the flowers are just overdone for me at this point a little bit. So I like the simplicity of it, and I'm very excited to see all of these items on their own. So I would love to hear, are you pulling, are you skipping, what do you think of these sets? And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!